All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we are going to talk about Ryan Garcia's team blasting Devin Haney's team for blowing his opportunity to get a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, this seems to be some pretty good advice from Ryan Garcia's father specifically to Bill Haney, Devin Haney's father specifically, about what he's doing and why it's preventing him from getting a Gervonta Davis fight. Something that we should all know because we all have common sense. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 140-pound division, where it seems like there could be a good fight taking place. One between the WBC 140-pound champion and the 140-pound contender, Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia's father spoke out about why Devin Haney did not get the Gervonta Davis fight, and breaking news, he did not put it on Gervonta. He put it on Devin Haney's team, as it should be placed on Devin Haney's team, because we're all not idiots and we know what you need to do in order to have a relationship with somebody. And it was beautifully explained by Ryan Garcia's father. I'm going to call him Mr. Garcia out of respect for his intelligence. Now, before I get into that, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you are a longtime subscriber and supporter, thank you guys so much for your continued support. Really did make a really big difference this year. Today is 12/21, 2023, and we are right at the end of what has been a really, really good year. So, but like any really good year in boxing, it involves things about that, like how are these big fights going to get made? So it seems like we may get a really good fight, a fight that I like a lot between two fighters that I think are very, very good fighters. Devin Haney, without a doubt, is a top-notch fighter. I have Devin Haney as my number 6 pound-for-pound fighter. You have Ryan Garcia, who has only one loss, and that one loss is against Gervonta Tank Davis. And there's no shame in losing to Gervonta Davis. He came back, moved up to 140 pounds, fought a guy named Duarte, gets a knockout against Duarte. He knocked out guys like Luke Campbell, Javier Fortuna. Good fighter. You don't do that if you're not a good fighter, period. And I have no problems with this fight with Gervonta, with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia taking place. Whoever the winner of that fight is, I give them full credit for taking the fight, full credit for winning the fight, full credit for losing the fight, man. At this point in time, I am just really, really tired of all you so many boxing fans that just dump on fighters all the time and act as if they're boxing fans when it seems like they don't like 99% of the fights that take place. Now, I'm okay with not liking 80% of them. Okay, because look, there's a lot of fights out there that are lower level fights, guys that you don't know on undercards, on DAZN cards, Liam Cheeseman fighting Jack Catterall. I can understand if you're not really into those type of fights, because I don't think those are really, really, upper level world-class fights. I don't have a problem with that. But they got a lot of problem with a whole lot of fights that are perfectly good fights. Gervonta Davis is about to fight Isaac Cruz. You got a problem with it. Gervonta Davis fights Ryan Garcia. You got a problem with it. Errol Spence Jr. fights Yuriorkis Gamboa. You got a problem with it. Terrence Crawford fights Sean Porter. You got a problem with it, right? That type of garbage. However, when we talk about how fights actually get made, and they don't get made, people are also getting blasted for fights that didn't get made. Now, if I keep saying Gervonta Davis because I'm going to lead into that. You have Devin Haney fights Ryan Garcia. If Devin Haney fights Ryan Garcia, in the lead into this, Devin Haney is saying it's because he can't get a fight with Gervonta Davis. They're not offering him anything. They don't want to talk to him. Well, Mr. Garcia, Ryan Garcia's father, says that is because of Bill Haney, and says that Bill Haney is going about making the fight completely wrong. He said, when you're talking that bad about somebody all the time, consistently, you're saying you're this, you're a son of a this, you're a piece of that, you're a putting up I'm gonna add to it, putting up mugshots of the man, talking bad about every fight the man is in. Why in the world would they ever want to strike a business deal with you? He says that it's like you're saying you're a piece of this, you're a piece of that, you're a piece of this, you're a piece of that. Then hey, by the way, can I come into your house, sit down and have dinner with you? Somebody will be like, no, you can't come into my house, sit down and have dinner with me. No. I'm not going to do that. And it creates and very, very obviously creates an environment where somebody doesn't want to do business with you. And the people around them don't want to do business with you, especially if you're in a situation that Devin Haney is in, where he's not a really big draw, despite how many people want to act like he is. Now, I know what some people will retort. Well, Ryan Garcia said this, said that about Gervonta Davis. We're not talking about what Devin Haney said before you type it. We're not talking about the things Devin Haney said. We're talking about the things that his father said, that his management said. You don't get that same thing from Ryan Garcia's father and how Ryan Garcia's father approached the fight. Ryan Garcia's to my knowledge, the entire time said, oh man, we're going to get this fight done. We're going to get this fight done. Didn't talk about bad about Gervonta Davis. Didn't do all of that stuff about him not being his own boss and let's smoke on some tank and all of that. Didn't do any of that stuff. So at very least, his father didn't add to anything that was out of sorts about that. And those two camps worked well together. And in fact, Ryan Garcia's father has a manager, works with a manager called Lupe, whose name is Lupe. Please forgive me for not knowing Lupe's last name. And Lupe is the one that negotiated the deal with Gervonta Davis directly, and they cut the promoters out of the discussion altogether. And when the deal was promoted, was talked about and agreed to by the manager of Ryan Garcia, they then pushed it to the promoter, and then the promoter was like, okay, and then they wound up working with the network and getting it done. So I just thought that was an interesting insight from Team Ryan Garcia, and I think that that's a valuable lesson that anybody can learn in their life. I've had that in my life myself, where I've done everything that I should do to get a really big raise or get real, but the way that I carried myself relative to the decision makers made it a lot more difficult for me to get there. But anyway, that's just too much common sense. And you know what they say, common sense ain't common anymore. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you for watching the videos. With that, I'm out. Deuces.